Hey, stoned wrestling fans. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me tell you why. First and foremost, it's free. Hey, more money for that overpriced dispensary weed. Also, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor's also going to distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that jazz. You can make money from your podcast as well with no minimum listenership. Yo, it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. But maybe smoke first, because that's always good.
All right, hold on, let me pull myself and my balls up. Balls up, all right, ready.
All right, it's that time again.
Baby.
Let's go.
It is that time again, ladies.
It's actually
and
2 days
gentlemen.
past that time again.
It is.
So, you know.
It is. It is.
We late like the weed man. We on the way.
I
swear, we just around the corner.
I think with the title, like the 420 Wrestling Hour, which is the name of the program you're listening to right now, the listeners can come to expect a little tardiness, and that's just part and parcel. Am I using that term correctly? Part and parcel? Is that right?
I don't think I've ever used that phrase, so I couldn't even direct you if that's incorrect or not.
I don't know either. But we're off to a good start. We've got JB Bad chewing into the microphone already, going to be pissing people off. You know, obviously, if they wanted mukbang ASMR, they'd look for it, JB. What are you doing?
Well, you got to get that. You got to get that.
No. That makes my skin crawl, dude. Anyway, we got JB Bad here. We got Ariom. We got yours truly, Over Easy, bringing you the 420 Wrestling Hour. That's high-minded pro wrestling conversation. And this is episode 2. JB Bad, I just saw some clouds. What are you smoking on today, JB Bad?
I'm straight edge, baby. That's not me. I think you're talking about somebody else.
That's right. That's that kayfabe kush you're smoking on there.
Oh, yeah, baby. No, right now we're going to sample this Pineapple Express in honor of a moderately funny Seth Rogen movie.
Whoa. We're going to have
moderately funny at best.
I don't want to derail the 420
Wait a
second.
That
You're besmirching maybe the single greatest stoner movie of all time.
Thank you.
You must be smoking some
JB.
If you think that Pineapple Express is in, and I'm high because it's some good shit. I'm trying to forget the name. What's the Dave Chappelle joint?
Half-baked?
Half-baked.
I mean,
Come on now.
I'm giving you a top 5. Like, Half-baked's probably in there. I will say this for Pineapple Express, and then we won't stay on this very long because this is obviously not pro wrestling. But as soon as James Franco puts his foot through the police car and that movie becomes like a full-fledged action movie, I'm pretty much out. I love the beginning of the movie. When it becomes more action, and I'm really high, I kind of zone out. So I get you there.
I fucking love that movie.
Ariom's into it too.
Oh man, that shit's amazing.
Saul Silver. I thought hurricane season was over. I love that shit. I referenced it last week. I said I called a match the Snickle Fritz, and that's from Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully not the last Pineapple Express reference here on the show,
but it makes good weed though. I'll tell you that.
Exactly. What are you smoking on, Ariom?
I'm still with the sorbet. I haven't really varied from it this week.
What the hell? It's been a week. You're still smoking the same
I'm still
shit.
smoking the same hybrid, man. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it.
I guess
It's
you're
hidden.
right. I've moved on from the lemon bean because I didn't want to get ridiculed again.
Bring back the lemon
Lemon
bean.
bean.
I know. It was good. I liked it. This time I've got the, what am I smoking? The L.A. Wedding Pop.
LA Wedding Pop.
A wedding pop.
It's a hybrid. Yeah, I'm guessing it's a L.A. Kush and a wedding cake and something pop. I don't know, but
Now, question.
yeah.
Does it get you high?
You know, this I will let you know in a few minutes because this is the first time I've broken it open. I took a trip again to the Sunnyside Dispensary in South Beloit, Illinois. I'm hoping for sponsors on the show.
Hey,
Come on,
now.
Sunnyside.
It's my go-to spot.
Sunnyside. Let me talk to you for a second.
Huge.
Sunnyside.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Talk to him.
Do the right thing, okay? Do the right thing.
Sunnyside. Smoke so bright, you gotta smoke the things on.
Come on. Come on. But yes, the LA Wedding Pop, it's a hybrid. I'm ready to spark up with JB Bad and Ariom, and we're gonna give you a little bit since it's the kind of the middle of the wrestling week here. We're recording on Wednesday. Right now, as we speak, NXT and AEW Dynamite are on. We're not watching them live, but since we're sort of in the middle of the week, we're going to kind of touch on each show. We thought Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, and AEW Dynamite, the kind of main brands on TV right now. You do have TNA and New Japan, but
Impact.
We got a life. Impact. Sorry, not tits and ass anymore. Impact. You have to live your life, but you can't watch everything. So
it's tough.
We don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah, we're gonna jump in and talk a little bit about each show and what we're high on and what's killing our fucking buzz in the world of pro wrestling.
Where do we even start?
I don't know.
Maybe like Fallout. From,
I have something right away. Honestly, I have to apologize.
Let's jump in
on a couple things, man, from last episode. I love Miz with this Money in the Bank. Like, he's such a good heel, man. He has the most punchable face, and you just want to hate him. So I was wrong that was a bad decision because that was great. And then also I was wrong about this Uso Tribal Chief stuff. It's gold, bro. I mean, we will get to that. Obviously, that's SmackDown and like
so interesting.
But you know what I'm saying? I was wrong about two things immediately from Hell in a Cell.
Since we're apologizing about things from our first episode, I'll eat crow as well. Let's do that when we're wrong on the 420 Wrestling Hour. I typed in Black Ninja after our episode just to see what our boy Jordan looked like as the ninja.
Gotta get you on some porn.
Blacked.
I had to shield my eyes a few times, but very clearly it's Jordan. I can't think of his last name now. I stupidly said, "How do we know he's black? He wore a mask." But when it had been so long that I'd zoned it out of my memory. But
he is so long.
Very clearly, it was the guy. So that's me being an idiot last week.
Hey, you said you don't see race, brother. That's what's good about you over.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you. So I guess we got started on Raw, right? Since you brought up, or no, that's SmackDown. You're talking about SmackDown first. So let's jump
no, I talked about Raw too. I talked about Miz, and Money in the Bank. So I did a little bit of both.
You're right. This is part of the reason I wanted to do this on the show today, because I'm constantly getting, and it's bookings fault because they're swapping and switching and brand invitationals and bullshit. I never know who's on what show. If they're trying to build brands, especially leading up to Survivor Series, where we're supposed to believe these stakes are so high about brand loyalty, I'm having a hard time. I really had to bring
apparently
up the roster
NXT doesn't get to play anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, apparently they won too much last year. Like, no, y'all out.
Yeah.
Vince had 1 year of that.
Can't even defend
they're
it.
They're the minor leagues again, and let's make it clear, I guess.
Which is crazy because they're the least minor league they've ever been right now. You know what I mean?
Well,
Finn Balor,
that's
Ember Moon.
That's debatable because you got guys like the Keith Lees and the Matt Riddles and the Dijaks of the world are gone.
Oh, Matt!
And now
you said Matt Riddle.
Now you have a vacuum with Finn Balor not there and the Karrion Kross is not there. You're right.
It is Riddle.
It's Riddle.
Yo, why?
Riddle me this.
Y'all, can y'all please explain to me why he's jobbing?
He's not jobbing. He's losing competitive matches to former world champion Sheamus. Because Sheamus is someone we care about in 2020.
So let's jump in, because this is part of the larger question when you're examining all three of these shows. Is what is WWE doing to their benefit or to their detriment in building new stars? When you talk about Matt Riddle, a guy who was pretty hard to fuck up down in NXT,
right?
And then here he comes.
What do you mean they were fucking him up in NXT?
Really?
Although I'm of the mind that Riddle is a heel, and I do not understand why he's being made to be a babyface.
I agree with that 100%.
I understand that he is really, really attractive.
He's a douchebag.
Like, he looks like his gimmick is stoned douchebag. Yeah. Take it from 3 stone douchebags.
Yeah, well,
so is he being punished? Because of the Goldberg
stuff? That's a question.
Like, is Vince punishing him right now? Like, why is he losing to Sheamus? He doesn't need to be that person. You know what I mean?
I think it's a favor, man. And I'm not saying it's a favor that I think Vince thinks he's doing him a favor. I still think Vince sees Sheamus as a former world champion. losing to a former world champion isn't something you should be ashamed of.
Oh, you really think he looks at Sheamus like that?
He is wrong.
Right.
He is very crazy. Wrong about that. But is not Sheamus a 2-time former world champion, last defeated for the title by his golden goose, Roman Reigns?
Correct.
Wow.
These are true things.
Wow.
He's hanging around the main title picture.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to tell you this is a good idea, but I'm telling you, I think that's where this old man's idea.
When you put it like that, that makes sense.
Otherwise, what's the point of having a world champion on your roster? You know, world champions are in short supply.
Yeah,
and that's the mark of a legit guy, and at least in Vince as the main decision maker's eyes. Mm-hmm. You know, he's a former champion. Matt Riddle's a young pipsqueak. I'm sorry, not Matt. What am I doing?
Yeah, you're right. You know, this Riddle man.
But again, help me out here. We're talking about Riddle.
It was Riddle's first match. Was that his last match as Matt?
Exactly.
I think he hasn't appeared as Riddle yet. So maybe it's a whole new thing.
Bro, he didn't even get an entrance.
No,
Matt Riddle didn't even get an entrance, bro. They came to him.
This is the answer to my
mid-ring.
My question about not remembering what show who is on. We're talking about Sheamus and Riddle right now.
Sure, they SmackDown is all get
They're
out.
SmackDown. These are the Democrats.
No, they actually are on Raw.
Is that true?
Yes. Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
I don't fucking see.
They're actually
I've
on
got
Raw.
the roster up here, so we gotta see. I'm on.
It's like I think we smoked too much weed.
This is the problem. We gotta
too much.
Eventually, we'll find a flow here. But this is Monday Night Raw. Let's dive into the red brand here then. So on the red brand Monday Night Raw, the Republicans of WWE, we have at the top of the card on Monday Night Raw, we've got the champion Randy Orton, RKO, the three most dangerous letters in sports entertainment. We've got sort of a triple threat main event scene right now. We've got Drew as the true babyface, former champion. We've got Randy Orton as the true heel champion, legacy legend killer, and we've got the Fiend, who's sort of dancing on the line, especially since Alexa Bliss has joined up in the Funhouse. That's the main event picture of Raw. Underneath that, you've got your whole faction business with Hurt Business and Retribution. What do you guys think? What are you high on Raw right now with those two main storylines?
I am always going to be high on the Hurt Business.
Yes,
established. Yeah,
I'm in. We talked about all the fun that's happening with Miz, like with the Money in the Bank. Like I think there's going to be a lot of fun. I think I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not done with the Fiend yet. I'm always going to be behind him. I don't want him to win the title. Lord have mercy, no.
No.
But I'm still interested because I am invested in Bray Wyatt. I want to see where this goes.
I'm 100% with you. The Fiend is nowhere near dead, and he does not need a championship. He needs to want something bigger than that, I think. But you having in this sort of triple threat situation at the top of the card right now is interesting to me. I think I'm high on that on Raw. Mm-hmm. Execution wise, I don't know how high I am on it, but as far as possibilities go,
yeah.
I like what I like the possibilities.
There's a lot of story to tell here.
Yeah, I like that.
And when we're talking about Retribution and the Hurt Business as sort of the upper mid card, as much as I love the Hurt Business, I'm here for the Hurt Business, and they're also kind of dancing on the line of good guy, bad guy. Retribution, clearly, they don't seem to be helping them much as far as the way they're booking them at all. So
they are there to be beaten.
They don't seem like a legitimate counterpart at this point, as much as they keep pitting them against each other week after week. The thing that keeps me coming back to saying Retribution is this jobber stable, like you were kind of suggesting last week, is Mustafa Ali. Every time I think I'm ready to write Retribution off, I see a little interview with him on the Raw after show or whatever. Or he posts something on Instagram, and maybe it's just because I'm real fucking high on Mustafa Ali as a freelance guy, as a Chicago dude. Seeing him live, he's literally maybe my favorite guy. Like I just because I have that personal connection with him. So it's hard for me to write them off. I just think that he makes them interesting. And there's something that there hasn't, especially with him being the hacker and everything, there's more story to tell there. So, you
can't kill him dead with Mustafa. And you wouldn't want him dead, anyway, because that's just a waste of TV time. But yeah, like that, I think Mustafa is the thing that keeps the act going-ish.
Yeah.
And then I think they're there to be beaten. Like, we're not going to see World Tag Team Champions Retribution. Like,
it doesn't look like it now. No. Unless they take a turn where Mustafa Ali says, I put these guys through, to truly learn what it's like to be the black sheep of WWE. I made them dress up as ridiculous gimmicks like only Vince McMahon could think of. T-bar and mace, these idiotic masks to make them feel what it's like to be scorned. But now I'm going to unmask them to be their true rebirthed selves of Dijak, Shane, and they come out and they're just fucking monsters. I see that as a possibility for where they go. Do I think they're going to do that? No, absolutely not.
Or at least like the people that they bring into Retribution when they decide to do something with it. Yeah. At least don't make them wear the freaking masks.
Right. That's what I mean. Well, how do you answer to that? If Mustafa Ali and then they're teasing Ricochet right now, when they kind of beat him up and won't he kind of thing. Same thing. I think he wrestled Tucker, and I kind of thought, okay, Tucker's got nothing the fuck to do. He's a perfect candidate for Retribution, but no, it didn't happen.
I think those are masked guys. Like even Ricochet, Mr. Pum is just a guy who gets to wear a mask. Like I think there'll be other additions. Like once the group and what it functions as gets established, that it absorbs people that are losing, there'll be some like, Kevin Owens style acquisition that he never wears a mask. He's always Kevin Owens or somebody, like that, or get Aleister Black in there. And he's, he doesn't, just hide Ricochet's face, hide Tucker's face. We've watched them lose a lot, so we don't need to see them. But for the person who's going to do a program, or if there's going to be a tag team title run, that person, when they come in, never wears a mask, a la Colt Cabana in AEW.
Sure. Speaking of AEW, I was just about to say, this attempt at, the Dark Order in WWE has been done so badly. And how can you do Dark Order worse than it already is?
By not meaning to do Dark Order.
Yeah.
When you by starting off with Nexus and then having to pivot to doing the Dark Order.
It seems like it's just a bunch of jumbled parts of 5 different storyline ideas that they had that through probably no fault of their own, coronavirus bullshit, whatever. And then they're just putting together a Frankenstein of this storyline, Mustafa Ali as the hacker, these guys coming in a Nexus type thing, whatever. And now it's just the formula is just weird.
I mean, but isn't that the Dark Order though? Isn't that a Frankenstein? They are a failed experiment, refailed and refailed and refailed until they got it right. The head of it wasn't even the damn company when they started it.
You're right.
They obviously plans have changed for the Dark Order.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. The leader wasn't even in. Oh my
gosh. You got a good point.
Tell me Dark Order was a Frankenstein monster.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I don't think the monster's got legs to keep this feud going much longer. I mean, what are they gonna do unless they do kind of what I suggested and unmask these dudes. Here's the thing. If you look on WWE's website, which I happen to have up looking at these rosters, and you go to NXT, you see Dijak, you see Shane Thorne, you see Mia Yim. So in kayfabe, these people still exist on the NXT roster, apparently. So maybe there's something there where there's nobody's talking about, he's T-Bar, he's Mace, he's Slapjack. They are not whoever else. So I need some clarity, and I don't think I'm going to get it. So I'm at the end of the day, as much as I love the Hurt Business, I think they need to go one way or the other with them, and either have them, beat down good guys or beat down bad guys. But they just need to be beaten down. I love the idea of them being tag champs and just being draped in gold, Undisputed Era style eventually.
That'd be dope.
But the man with the main belt, in my opinion, has got to be Bobby.
Right. Oh, and they're shaping him up that way.
He's just everything right now.
What is he called? The head predator?
The Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
No, like MVP's trying to get something over.
Oh, really? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, not the Apex. It wasn't Predator. It was something else. He was like the alpha something.
Well, he is. I mean, the dude he's
massive, man.
He's massive. And when he first came back to the company, I was not a Bobby Lashley guy. Couldn't get into him. Boring. All that shit. When he was a good guy, with the sisters and everything, and then
you don't want to hear him, man.
You remember that?
Talk.
No.
And he can't talk.
And he went through all that stuff with
Hey, man, you a bastard.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my God.
And I would say that to his chest. I ain't scared. The man can kill me with his butt cheeks, but I don't care.
Don't do it.
My last words would be, "You still a bastard." Okay.
Oh, but then Bobby had to go.
Your muscles.
Man, he was near perfect with Leo Rush, bro.
And he spoke
with Leo Rush.
It almost happened.
That combo was insane, man.
Leo went away, and in came Lana.
Oh shit!
No reason.
And then the Lana stuff and the Rusev stuff. It just feels like a different world when that was happening.
And now we got Lana going through tables every week for what?
That's Raw as well. That's Raw as well.
She's in a romantic relationship with a bunch of tables.
Yeah.
So that's what you got on Raw. You've got the main title picture. You've also got the Miz waiting around there with his Money in the Bank. You've got Retribution, like we talked about with the major dudes, the Hurt Business. And what about the women here on Raw? Since you mentioned Lana.
Yeah, man. I mentioned
you got the tag champs.
I don't know how I feel
Can
about
Rousey come back already so Asuka has someone to fight?
Bro,
please?
But okay, that's true. But also this Asuka versus Sasha match is gonna be insane. It's gotta be gold, man.
It is.
I cannot wait.
They're building to that brand versus brand thing, so that's what I'm wondering about. Who's Sasha's competitor on Raw on the brand she's on? I mean,
right.
Everyone's in a fucking tag team. Mandy Rose is in a tag team with
Dana
Brooke. Lacey Evans is in a tag team with Peyton Royce. What is happening?
Why did you break up the Iconics for this?
Why?
Why? I literally wrote down while I was watching SmackDown. I was like, the Iconics got broke up so they could job on both shows.
It's bizarre to me. I thought that all the news was like they're gonna push Peyton Royce, but then they just gave her generic music and a generic gear.
Nope.
And sent her out, and she had no connection with anybody, and now she's in a tag team with Lacey Evans. It makes no sense. I'm so sick of tag teams in WWE, no matter what show, ragtag teams. That's what I'm gonna call them, ragtag teams, because they're thrown together. They don't have their own music. They don't have their own gear. I'm so sick of hearing a little clip of fucking Shinsuke's music and a little clip of Cesaro's music. These fucking 3.5 minute long entrances. If you're a tag team, get a song, one song, unify your shit, and let's go.
Yes.
Unless the story is with Nia and Shayna, I'm okay with it because the writing's on the wall. This is a partnership that's not going to last. But maybe that's what they're doing with Mandy and Dana Brooke. But literally, it's like Mandy.
But they're doing it with everybody.
And then they play generic guitar music. You're a tag team, but you're the pop that you're asking your crowd is Mandy. Dana, you're fucked. I'm sorry. Like, you're absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No.
Literally fucked.
Tag teams, you gotta have at least matching gear.
Matching gear.
Something.
At least matching
and personalities.
See, they were doing the same thing with Lana and Natty, but so Lana's gotta be who they keep giving opportunities to. And they're putting her through a table every single week.
For why?
Something tells me they're trying to put sympathy on her or something. That if we put her through a table, 12 weeks in a row, will people finally start to feel bad? Can we build a baby face in Lana to?
Ain't nobody trying to build no baby face, mama. They just popping Vince.
That's what I think. But I've heard theories on that because who else are they trying to build? Women?
Nobody.
No.
You're not build nobody.
No.
Not on Raw.
This is just to pop Vince because you can't build Lana. Why would you build Lana? For a Lana match?
It's Mandy Rose. She's the star on Raw.
I mean, they look like they may be... Well, I don't know if is that SmackDown? They're going to start building Carmella.
Carmella SmackDown.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Cool. But, like, who can wrestle?
Naomi.
Not a lot of people.
Raw. Naomi's Raw. Hurt Business is where I want to
I wish they would push Ruby
Cross.
Riott, bro.
Is Ruby? No, they got. I mean, Ruby. She's back in the Riot Squad. I think that's SmackDown.
Yeah, it's so dumb. About Nikki Cross though, like she got new music.
Nikki, I like.
I like Nikki. Yeah. I just think they don't know what to do with her. Like she still has this like bonkers personality where she's just like off the ropes and going everywhere. And then they changed her music from the it was Sanity, the Sanity music, and it just now it just doesn't match. Like her entrance looks like someone's playing around on WWE 2K and like just switching stuff around. Like it doesn't make any sense. They got to choose something.
So something's got to give there. I mean, as far as the women on Raw, I'm finding myself fast forwarding through every week. I don't want to do it, but I just the story's not grabbing me, and I mean, I don't know. Shayna Baszler is the one. I mean, she's the one I feel like needs to be wrestling Asuka, but
that's a match.
That'd be dope.
But other than that, you've got Survivor Series coming up, but it looks like on Raw for the foreseeable future you're gonna have that little tango going on. But looking forward to after that, you've got guys like AJ Styles who you can slide into a main event anytime. Like we said, Bobby Lashley we feel like is pegged for that eventually. You got the Miz with the Money in the Bank, so I like the possibilities here.
Now that was okay. So I think a bright spot for me on Raw right now is like how they.
What you high on?
I'm high on them. How they're treating Drew. Like they took the belt off Drew, and they are not letting him lose steam. Like the way that he beat the Miz, I thought that was a quality win, and then the way that who is it? I think the Miz tried to capitalize on. Randy Orton to try to cash in for Money in the Bank, and when Drew came in and just like it was like nah, bro, like they made him look like such
Dikembe Mutombo'd him.
Made him like such a badass.
He swagged his finger.
And like this was the Monday after. I was like, man, they are doing some really decent booking right now for once. Like they're doing it right, and I'm interested in not only Drew. But I'm interested in the Miz, I'm interested in Randy, and I'm interested in the Fiend. Like there's 4 parts to that right now.
Yeah. There's history too. I dug their decision or how it went off the air a couple weeks ago when Randy essentially had to choose what path of destruction he wanted to go down.
Yeah.
He knew who was behind him, but he chose to walk forward and fight with
devil you know.
The devil you know, exactly. Instead of the devil that you used to know, but don't fucking know anymore.
Don't want to do shitty matches with a projector with this guy. He might put worms on the mat.
But there's lots of little earworms, or what do you call it? Is that what you call little tidbits? You pick up little earworms. Am I using that correctly?
Don't think you are.
I've never.
What are the things? Either. Easter eggs is what I was looking for, not earworms. So I can confirm that the LA wedding pop is doing its thing.
Neither of those things were right.
Yeah, so now I totally lost my train of thought circling back, but who cares?
It's the weed.
That just tells me that I need to smoke more.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm high on what they're doing with Drew right now. I definitely have thoughts on SmackDown if we're kind of jumping a little bit.
Yeah, I think we could probably wrap it up on Raw. You got any more thoughts, JB?
Yeah, sorry, don't let me push you, but
nah, man. Nah, I think it's time to go ahead and make that move and talk about the land of the Chief.
The land
the Chief.
Okay, before that, I just gotta say they got Riddle jobbing, and they have us getting Lars Sullivan personality interviews. That's
at least he's not doing nursery rhymes, right?
Oh, it's insane, bro. Why
the nursery rhymes are back? Like I tweeted out a while ago how I would give any amount of money just to forget that Lars Sullivan's first lines were a nursery rhyme, and they brought it back. Lord of mercy. Like, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Like, what in the world?
Bro, he started talking about when he was in middle school, how he was called the Freak. I was like, why?
Listen.
What is this?
I understood.
Your back was hairy, man. That's why.
I can understand on paper.
Grown 8-year-old with back hair.
He's different. I can see on paper what they're trying to do here with the guy, but it's not working.
I can't, man. They got Dijakovic in the fucking Retribution jobbing, and they giving Lars Sullivan interviews.
And Dijak is legit, man.
He's a beast.
Don't call him Dijakovic. What are you doing? He's Dijak. That's all you got to call him. Dijak.
All right, Dijak.
He's fucking Dijak. And I really hope he doesn't have to be T-Bar forever because I really like Dijak. I do. But again, we've moved on to the fucking blue brand.
Yep.
The Democrats, the elephants here. As democracy hangs in the balance in the real world, we're here talking about kayfabe, and it's safe and it's cozy in here.
And this is the last podcast of the Trump presidency.
Yes.
I love the sound of that, JB. I love the sound of that.
It is, baby. Some of the last bit of recorded content.
Yes.
Yep.
And for WWE Hall of Famer Donald Trump.
Let's just watch the MF
JB.
over and over again.
Oh, you didn't have to say it. You didn't have to say it.
I think I
haven't said WWE Hall of Famer.
You didn't have to say WWE Hall of Famer.
He is. Yeah, don't forget.
Aren't you a Bobby Lashley fan? I thought that's Bobby his champion.
Oh,
he is in the Battle of the Billionaires.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't forget.
I hate it so much.
Yeah, Bobby's already gotten his push. That's as big as it's gonna get.
You're probably right.
WrestleMania, you don't need a belt. You were in the Battle of the Billionaires with a future president. You good, man.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
He peaked. He peaked. What are you going to do? So we're over on SmackDown Live here on Friday nights on Fox.
What was it? Was it FS1 this time?
I think it was FS1. Who knows, man?
I love you, Oos.
But you got
I love you.
We've got the big Samoan dynasty storyline going on here.
Let's go,
Oos. I was wrong, Oos.
So this is interesting.
I was wrong.
You started off the top of the show here, Ariom, talking about how you'd kind of come around on this storyline.
Yes.
And as of Hell on a Cell, your buzz was kind of killed by it.
Mm-hmm.
And you were here for what they were doing on SmackDown this last episode.
I am going to rub my nipples and enjoy this.
It's so strange to me because I was kind of the opposite of you guys on it. I was really high on it on Hell in the Cell.
You guys don't jump me in with him.
Maybe I'm remembering.
I'm rubbing my nipples.
So where were you at? You were with me on Hell in a Cell.
I was high on every last
and you're
single
still high.
solitary bit. Yeah, I'm so high.
This is like,
and I repeat, rubbing my nipples.
It's like you ate an edible.
Confirmed.
And you were like, this shit isn't working. Let me eat another edible. Baby. And then
only thing I
in.
was down on was Jay's head in the hands acting at the very end. Everything's been great.
Wow. See, that's what I thought in Hell in the Cell. And then SmackDown, that whole opening thing, I started to think like, okay, this is getting even a little too melodramatic for me. I was just like, Jay, plant your feet, make some eye contact.
It's not a good actor.
Yeah.
But, then let me just talk myself into like the character choice, I don't know if he's playing his boy Roman right now or if he's truly been broken by his cousin. But that's where we're at right now. It seems at the end of the last SmackDown.
I think I just love the new Roman, man. I think I just love the new Roman. They are letting Roman Reigns like be himself, and like
he's gonna be a movie star.
The subtlety, the different tone in his voice, like it's just all working. I'm captivated.
You know who having no crowd really works for? It's the Thunderdome Rome.
That's true.
He doesn't.
I like that.
He doesn't have to speak above a whisper. Mm-hmm. It's like Jake the Snake promos in there, and it's really effective.
It's so nice, man.
Talks low and slow. He's not saying sucker and succotash. Everything's working for him, man.
And he seems to have broken his cousin Jay. He seems to have to won him over.
I would have liked to see that happen over a longer time.
Yes.
Sure.
I think that. Maybe that would have happened if Jimmy wasn't hurt.
Could be.
Because Jay's not the best actor, so maybe he's going to go ahead and do that shit. I'm not sure, Drake could turn off a subtle change over 4 weeks.
It remains to be seen.
Best to just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off this bitch right here.
Yeah, maybe. But we're not sure where Jimmy's at right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like Jay has been broken, for lack of a better term, by Roman, and is a part of the cause and knows his role, for the lack of a better term, and is shutting his mouth.
I would love to see a little bit of does either one of y'all watch Yu Yu Hakusho?
No. Is that an anime?
It's an old anime from the late 90s, early 2000s.
No.
And they had a whole gang of people in a tournament. and they followed this one dude who basically kicked their ass at other parts in their lives, and they were all trained to get stronger to kill him.
Okay.
And that's why they followed him around in a pack.
I got you.
Like, yeah, you roll with me until you can kill me. So, like, that's how that goes. I'd love to, maybe we roll with Roman, and every chance we get a chance to try to turn on, we don't, and it just don't fucking work.
Wow.
Because he's motherfucking Roman Reigns.
Wow.
So he beats them back into line every so often.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I like so much about Hell in a Cell. There's a million ways you can go with this. So I didn't think that it would happen so quick either, but it seems like maybe, Roman's building this bloodline faction. Maybe he knows he wants more muscle behind him to truly build his empire.
Yeah.
You can't be a king all by yourself.
So maybe Jimmy's next, but it looks like where we're going now is maybe a little Roman Daniel Bryan in the Yes versus the Yes movement here.
Mm-hmm.
After what happened to him.
I think it's the match we've been building for this match for years. Like ever since when they fight like Roadblock or some BS like that.
Something.
Like Bryan's like, hey, please like him before he fights Brock Lesnar, please.
Right.
And it just didn't work.
No.
Like, we wanted a heel Roman versus a babyface Daniel Bryan.
And we're going to get it.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, man.
So that'll be, and we'll see. I mean, I think Daniel Bryan's the perfect kind of pawn to put into that storyline and use him as you will to exercise the will of Roman Reigns.
He dies well, as you saw with the stretcher.
Oh, shit.
Beat down.
He's an all-time great, Daniel Bryan. All-time great.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
No matter what you put him in. So that'll be cool if they continue on with that. As the kind of next feud after Survivor Series, because it looks like Survivor Series we're going to see Randy versus Roman unless something changes there. Which, but I don't know. I like where the endless possibilities go here as we gear up towards next year's WrestleMania, which you have to be thinking about in the long run of a lot of these storylines, right?
For sure.
Mm-hmm. They got places to go. And speaking of WrestleMania, how you feel about our new women's SmackDown champion? Boom, 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 boom. Copyright infringement. Sasha Banks.
Yes, Sasha Banks.
Yeah,
I'm liking the landscape of the women's wrestling scene over on SmackDown Live considerably better because Sasha, I'm on record, she's my all-time favorite pro wrestler. Now, after that Hell in a Cell masterpiece, and I won't say masterpiece, but pretty close, KC masterpiece maybe.
Damn straight.
And who else is on your SmackDown roster is the future. If I'm drafting a dynasty pro wrestling league, she's my number one pick, maybe Bianca Belair.
Oh man, I am so high on Bianca Belair, bro. High in the fucking
Thought
sky.
you were gonna say Tamina.
Oh,
shut the fuck up. I wasn't talking about most charismatic. I was talking about best all around pro wrestler.
Oh my god.
Also Tamina.
I thought you were talking about high flying Tamina.
She's
Sorry.
Technical, high flying.
What?
Cuts a promo.
What you say?
Sells T-shirts.
Oh my gosh.
Shut up.
Okay.
Larger than life.
I won't let this continue.
I can't commit any more time to Tamina thought.
We're trying to put Bianca Belair over, and you're really still on this
Tamina. Okay, so all right, Bianca Belair, man, so freaking good, man. KOD,
having her on the
KOD. I love it, man. I love it. That strength. She's so entertaining. She's so fun. Just the fact that her and Montez are like a couple. I'm like, these two are so badass, bro. Like, they got to be cool people.
You've also got, the Riot Squad on here. Either one of those could break away and do something. Zelina Vega, they're trying to do something with, and I'm not opposed to it. I'd like to.
She can at least wrestle. Just anybody but Lana.
Yeah, she can talk too. So I like it.
Lana.
You got Natalia, the boat. She's always around, just like a Sheamus. Kind of on the women's scene, Vince always knows he can plug her in and bring some legitimacy.
It's true.
Whatever feud, but
I kind of wish she could be just legit though.
EO.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing EO or Rhea somewhere soon.
Wait,
and you got Carmella hanging around as well.
EO. Did they change her music?
No, but
no, she came out to Poppy.
Okay.
That's that Scary Mask song, which they've done some montages or whatever video packages with, and it's kind of like her B song, her B side.
Okay. Oh, okay. It was a cool entrance, but anyways,
was
we're not
badass.
there. Sorry about that. But yeah, I was just like,
we'll get there.
Crazy.
So yeah, the women's scene in SmackDown, the Bailey's gonna wrestle Sasha, I think, on Friday night, and then probably go away for a while. At least that's what the rumors kind of say. You got Carmella, who looks like she's ready for some sort of push with all these little video packages. So the future, I'm just with Bianca Belair on the roster, I'm high as hell on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I wish they wouldn't do the Bailey match again. Like,
yeah, why? But maybe she just needs a little.
Losing a Hell in a Cell match is a perfectly good time to do that.
Seems like closure to me.
Yes.
But
seems like a good moment to go away for a bit.
I don't know what that is, but anyway, the women look good. We talked about the main event. What else do we have on here, dudes? We got the tag team champions, the Street Profits, and they're perpetually wrestling like all these tag teams. Cesaro and
just putting in work.
Shinsuke.
I think
there's other people on here. Dolph and Bobby Roode, I think, are hanging around too, fucking around.
They the work rate part of the show.
Yeah, it's work rate, mostly boring storyline wise. But Street Profits, New Day, Survivor Series will be fun.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my gosh, their
promo on Raw was so freaking fun.
Hey.
When they were like impersonating Street Profits, and Kofi kept falling asleep. He said, "You can't go full Angelo, bro." I was like, "Oh my god, can't go full Dawkins,
full Dawkins."
Man, it was so good.
Oh my
man.
god!
All right, we back.
We're back.
Technical difficulties will not defeat me.
Smoke break?
Yeah. We smoking. We smoking them technical
There's always
difficulties.
a smoke break on the 420 Wrestling Hour. It's high-minded. It's top shelf wrestling opinions that you're tuning into here. And we were chatting about SmackDown Live. We were talking about the Little B story, or the soap opera, the telenova going on here between the Mysterio family and Rollins.
Not with it. I mean, Seth Rollins' face is priceless. That was a great meme.
Yes.
That was
great.
Good.
The kiss after the kiss, yeah.
I can't deny that was legitimately funny, and I love it every time I see it. But no, I
love the Monday Night Messiah.
I don't want to see another story told by Vince about some girl wanting to fuck a wrestler when someone else wants her to not fuck a wrestler.
That's what it is to me. It's not the age difference. It's just a tired kind of Attitude Era storyline kind of thing, and not the kind of Attitude Era thing that I remember liking. I don't know. I'm not.
You can get away with like one of those every once in a while.
This is like when Lana and Bobby got married. You know, this is like a really bad attempt at any kind of drama or Attitude Era like recall. It's like so bad.
If you leave it alone for a while, you can get away with one like Triple H and Stephanie every now and again. But you can't have like 8 of them in memory. Like, we don't want 3 romance stories going on, brother.
No.
Like, no, we definitely do not. Definitely do not.
And it's something we saw coming for weeks and weeks. It's like,
who wants this? Like,
I don't know.
I don't really care.
It's just Vince saw Aaliyah come to the show or whatever, and he's like, well, she grew up. Wow.
I want to make out with one of my wrestlers? Like,
let's put her on. Wow.
All right.
I'm not him. This is him, dude.
I know, but it was like he was here. It felt like he was here. I started to crawl in my skin.
So clearly, this is a buzzkill storyline. We're gonna label this a buzzkill. It's a waste of talent, because I was before, it was really Mysterio family in, and we were even the eye for an eye shit. I didn't even hate that. But you think when you have a draft, you can split these people up. Let's freshen up the storyline. Let's bring Seth over to Friday night. Maybe let's leave Ray and the Mysterios over on Monday. The fact that they brought them all over here to continue this, and now we got a soap opera with Buddy Murphy and Aaliyah.
I don't want to see anybody trying to bang someone else's daughter on my WWE, man. I want it to lead to a match. Not that.
Yeah, and Buddy Murphy just did despicable things to her brother and her dad. There's what about him is making you be like, oh, I feel sorry for Murphy. Like, I just don't get it.
It's so dang.
Who it is? Vince McMahon writing fantasies. Old men writing fantasies for young women.
It's a waste. It's a waste, because Dominic is a real promising talent. Again, if I was drafting a dynasty wrestling league. Dominic Mysterio. He's a first round talent. He's a first round dynasty talent, dude. He's got pedigree. He's a good looking kid. He can wrestle. I hate his gear, but he's got potential. Buddy Murphy, I think, is one of the best, in-ring wrestlers they got. It's just a waste of these guys. Seth Rollins, one of their top dudes. We need to end this shit now. Yeah. We need to put it out. We need to cash that bowl right now.
Yeah, cash it.
What else is happening on the show, guys? We got Big E. We got Big E waiting in the wings. What's going on here?
Big waiting. He's waiting for his moment.
What's he doing?
Keep him simmering.
And I think it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. But I want to move on to NXT.
I think it's time.
That's my shit. Halloween Havoc. That was the first wrestling event. Halloween Havoc 1997 was one of the first wrestling events I ever watched. I watched the build to it. Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan. Like, they were building up to that bad boy. I was so excited. So anytime there's a Halloween Havoc, I'm excited for it.
I really popped when they announced they were doing Halloween Havoc. And I don't even have a personal connection memory or whatever. I was just so excited. It's just like they're bringing back a cool thing from the past. I love it.
Love that
the
shit.
Set, the music, the intro. It was
everything
lit.
but Shotzi Blackheart. I didn't know what that was all about. I could have.
It's weird because my other buddy Ryan texted me and was like, "Hey, Shotzi, we saw her in Freelance. She's the talk of the internet tonight." And I was like, "Really? I haven't seen Halloween Havoc. I don't know what happened. I think she's hosting it." And he's like, "I haven't seen it either, but apparently she killed it." And I watched the show and I was like, "Yeah, she's all right. Like, she's just kind of doing her little
I thought
shit.
she did a good job.
Yeah,
she did a little running in the end. I wasn't like she was not what I took away from the show.
She looked hot.
Well, it looked great in that. Oops, I did it again.
She looked hot.
So yeah, NXT, the gold and the black brand had Halloween Havoc was their last kind of show. Their special Wednesday night kind of pay-per-view dealio. They're on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, they did have a Fallout show after Halloween Havoc, right? Last Wednesday.
Yeah.
No. This
No, Halloween Havoc was
proper. Which is proper. This is
the
You're right, because Halloween Havoc was the Pat McAfee run-in and all that shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of your main event storyline, which is why NXT is interesting right now compared to the other shows. You got your last two champions pretty much had to vacate. Finn has not given up the belt yet, but Karrion Kross, a cup of coffee, gave away turned in the belt. Finn, same dealio. So we've got a vacuum in NXT at the top of the card where all these kind of guys, you got Tommaso Ciampa hanging around, you've got Velveteen Dream and Kushida hanging around. You've got Gargano who just won the national United States American patriotic.
The hell?
What?
What the haberdashery, the hemoglobin that you talking about? Over easy, just have a stroke.
Break?
Stars and the stripes.
I smell burned eggs, everybody. I'm smelling burned eggs.
Can I send these eggs back? These are overcooked.
What in the world?
They aren't running.
Oh my god.
Suffering a breakdown
right the secondary belt on NXT has something to do with America. The North American Championship in there. What I was doing was having an R-Truth moment. I was having an R-Truth
I'm crying.
moment.
You were never going to make it.
Oh, man.
United States, 95, 286.
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez.
That's hilarious.
So,
okay, are you... I'm sorry I miss Punishment Martinez. I really am. Because I really like Damian Priest, and y'all keep telling me how much cooler Punishment Martinez was.
No, I since we're talking about Halloween Havoc, Damian Priest, I love him as a talent. Mm-hmm. I've been confused about his gimmick, is what I've been confused about in NXT. I didn't know he was a babyface. Apparently he was all along, I guess. And then I was just like, what?
Since he ran into Finn.
I guess so. But then it was like, he's a mysterious kind of archer dude, but then he's like getting into hot tubs with his clothes on. I don't know. I was just confused about what he was. When he did his entrance on Halloween Havoc with the live guitarist and he was thrashing, in my living room by myself got my heart rate up, dude.
Yeah,
I was so fucking jazzed for that. I was like, in this moment, Damian Priest is a fucking babyface to me. That's what he is. He's a fucking rock star. And I read some interview where he had a thing with talking to Triple H or something, and he was like, just be yourself more. And he was like, I didn't think you wanted me. I thought you wanted me to kind of be this mysterious dude. And he's like, no, be yourself. And he's like, I'm kind of like a goofy rock loving dude. So now it's his personality's coming out. And I didn't even care that he lost the belt. I'm like, put this guy on the main roster. He's a fucking star. Damian Priest.
And he's
the real deal.
So good.
He's the real deal, bro. So good.
And he needs to be that needs to be his entrance. Just mosh pitting with the crowd. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. And he's thrashing the ropes and the whole crowd is moshing. Like, I want to be in a crowd when that comes back.
That's dope. Yeah. That'd be dope.
That was a star making performance.
I'm tripping balls on Damian Priest right now. That's how high I am on that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so Punishment, who? I don't even remember Punishment Martinez now. Damian Priest is the dude now after that match. I don't even remember Johnny losing it. It's fine. Johnny can be the 2-time North American Stars and Stripes, Red, White, and Blue, Frankenweenie's
Yeah, you only had it for 2 weeks. He needs a proper reign.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah.
Damian Priest, NXT, we'll see how long he's there. But that's the sort of mid-card right now with him, Damian Priest, Johnny Gargano. You got.
I know a world title scene that could use a guy.
What? Exactly. Exactly.
NXT needs a champ.
That's what I'm saying. There's a vacuum at the top.
Yeah.
If anyone's filling that void right now, put Damian Priest in the slot. Because otherwise, what stars are you building in NXT? You got Cameron Grimes, who I think.
Woo!
He's got a place. He's got a place on any roster. I love that shit. He's
great.
I love that.
He's a great man.
The charisma, and you love to hate him almost to the point where he's coming around and he's going to be a babyface almost when you put him in a.
But I don't think he's a champion.
No, I don't either.
Intercontinental champion.
Yeah, sure.
North American. He's a mid-card champion.
He's a mid-card champ.
A money drawing.
I don't even know that he's a mid-card.
You put him in that haunted house with that serial killer. I'm thinking he's a babyface now.
3 words from a man. Honky tonk man.
Exactly. Road dog.
Yeah, annoying, but drawing money to see him get beat.
It's the Elias kind of thing.
And he can actually wrestle.
But Elias don't hold mid-card titles.
Yeah, but because Elias can't wrestle.
No.
Cameron Grimes can go.
He can wrestle better than us. But Cameron Grimes is better.
Yeah. Cameron's the man. Like he puts in work.
The cave-in, that's a dope finisher. So you got Cameron Grimes. And who else?
He's made to lose, but he's made to lose so well and entertaining.
So he's not a to the moon star. He's a mid-card guy. What about our boy Bronson Reed?
Lovable mid card.
He's a decent worker.
You don't think he's a future champion? You don't think he's got? Not on the main card. He's not a star. You don't think he can fill the vacuum on the top of the card in NXT?
I think there's a place for him in everyone's heart and a place for him on the card.
I think I agree.
Not everyone's there supposed to be champion. You got some good matches, some good feuds, some good moments.
So maybe you got Damian Priest and Velveteen Dream seems like the feud here. If Finn's out for an extended time.
Yeah. I could do that with Priest going over because it's not safe to put a belt on Velveteen Dream right now.
Right. Otherwise, maybe you throw Kona Reeves in there.
You have to leave.
Oh,
you have to leave.
He's the finest.
Hey, you got Loomis.
He's the finest, exactly. So
who I finally understand. Who I finally
Me too.
get.
Me too.
He's a slasher killer.
He's a serial killer.
He's a serial killer. His outfit and his eyes, I believe
but we're supposed to
every
like him.
moment.
We're supposed to like the serial killer. He's supposed to be sympathetic to us.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, we like Jason after he kills off enough annoying teenagers.
Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Is he like a Dexter dude? He's only going to murder the people we hate, like Cameron Grimes and shit?
Yeah, we like serial killers. I mean, I think they're overstating how much we like Dexter Lumis, but I think that's the idea.
Yeah, I was really into Dexter Lumis at first, and then I quit. It was like 2 NXTs in. I was like, I'm way over this now. What's happening with this guy?
It just clicked for me. Like, I mean, they did everything in their mind to make it click. Like, God bless. Like
the zombies of it all.
Yeah,
the zombies of it all. I didn't love everything about that match, but the match made me understand. What this guy's supposed to be. Why he no-sells things. What he wants out of a match.
I just love that the zombies. Like, I can buy the zombies in the zombie house, but then they come back to the ring And the
do a
zombies
modern
come
dance.
with. I love it. I was like, the
Did
zombies
they get
came
in an
with.
Uber?
He came with, exactly. They were.
How'd he get
They were
there?
cool, man. I was like, these dancers, they better fucking work.
But what do you see? What's the future of a guy like Dexter Loomis in the serial killer gimmick? He's not a main event guy.
No, I think he is a main event guy, but like,
I mean, he's a Kane. He's a faceless Kane, a maskless Kane.
You think he's a potential guy? Like I'm talking like star potential on NXT. If this is like the minor leagues, the farm system, which clearly they're not competing on Survivor Series. That's what Vince is trying to do again. Who are the
That gimmick works for me, man. I love it.
You think Dexter's the guy?
I think everybody's
I don't think he's
not
the guy.
Yeah, sorry. Do you think, man?
I mean, a guy.
No, I was just saying, I don't think he's the guy.
I think
he's a player.
Yeah, I think he's a potential main event player in NXT, but I don't see it. I mean, he's just too much of a gimmick on the main roster.
But you need those. Like when
I agree.
When you got like a Bobby Roode or a Cameron Grimes champion, you send a Dexter Loomis after him for him to evade just by this much.
Here's another name for maybe the main event picture in NXT. How about Pete Dunne?
Jacked Pete Dunne.
Heel turn Pete Dunne. First of all, his music is my favorite music in all of it.
Really?
First of all, his Deltoids are my favorite Deltoids in all of WWE.
I'm gonna do some research on that Ariom. Next week I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna listen to my other NXT themes because that's a strong claim right there. It is hard.
It's just, it fucking slaps, bro.
So Pete
bro,
Dunne
his heel turn, I didn't
back.
see it coming. I didn't see it coming.
I kind of did when he got in the ring and he was kind of giving the chair to my dude. Who the fuck was it? Who's he in the ring with?
I know, I was trying to think too.
Kyle
O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly, my dude. So yeah, UE just like full-fledged baby faces now, especially because we had two returns, Pat McAfee, who came back the week before in the mask, and then Pete Dunne, building a new stable on NXT.
For the brand. Pat
McAfee coming back.
Who's very good on the mic. Very good.
My God, you can let him talk for like 15 minutes and he just murders.
He does.
Pat McAfee.
I literally said I cannot wait to see him with a live audience.
It's gonna be killer.
Like I feel like he's a person that's gonna feed off of like all that heel bullshit.
And the perfect dude to transition Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era to good guys. Just I thought it'd be a tough transition because they were so bad, but now I'm like, oh God. Is Kyle O'Reilly out there? I'm like, I can cheer for these little Undisputed Era. There, I mean, Adam Cole, I'm into it 100% high on this Undisputed Era versus whatever Pat McAfee, Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, and Pete Dunne are.
1, 2.
Wow, so yeah, I've been high on Burch and Lorcan for a long time. I saw them live on at Takeover when they were in Chicago. It was the match of the night. They're tops.
My favorite thing that they did was just that little bit of old school like NXT booking. They had them lose another match to UE.
Yep.
Like they lose all the time to UE. And that was some very good, consistent storytelling.
Yes.
Like, even in my mind, I'm like, man, they ain't never going to get nothing done. And that's exactly why they got me.
And they got you. Exactly. Yeah, I think they did well with that. So I'm liking where they could go with that as far as like putting Pete Dunne maybe is in the main event picture there. He's got the skills and the charisma to do it. I think we could do a lot of things with that. What else is going on in NXT?
I just want to shout out that we saw an appearance from Bad News Barrett.
I think he's the new dude.
No, but he dropped the bad news on us.
He did.
That's what I just want to shout that out.
That was his Halloween
costume. I popped
costume.
like a madman.
It is really good.
He hit me with that when I was like,
he's afraid. He's got some bad news. I loved it.
Just didn't want that to go unsaid.
I do miss Nigel McGuinness, but slide one snarky British dude in for another. I guess that's what we're doing on NXT. But
I miss Morrow, man.
I do miss.
He's got to be with his mom.
I get it.
I know.
What else?
Did y'all like Escobar?
So this is the cruiserweight picture, right?
I like him.
I do too.
The Rey Mysterio matches, tights that he was wearing. That's my grandma's favorite match. Him versus Eddie.
Really, yeah. Eddie.
Yeah,
man,
you can't blame her for that.
She loves that match, and Rey's her favorite wrestler, and that's their favorite. Go at it.
Ugh.
But yeah, you don't get. I was gonna ask you you don't really watch. You watch NXT on Hulu, so you don't get the cruiserweights.
That was before. I've
you fixed
since
that.
I've since switched to a live one where I can like either tune in or record. So I'm able to record the live versions now and fast forward through it. Yeah, so I'm watching the full offerings and seeing what they're doing now, and I'm into it. I wish that they're telling a lot of the story. I feel like on the Cruiserweight show, which I have to be honest with you guys, I did not know was still going on.
205 Live.
205 Live is still on. I did not know. I just thought they rolled it up into NXT and that's where it was now. It's still a TV show.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
So
yeah, I only
ridiculous.
watched it on so much on NXT. I don't know what's happening on 205 Live.
So ridiculous.
Ugh. This is why AEW, some would say, has a bit of an advantage because they've got a lot of interesting storylines that they can space out over time on one show. They have the Dark show as well, which they can build some people on, but you just don't get tired of things as much, I feel like. And when you've got 18 fucking shows with WWE, you're not going to be able to see them all. You're not going to be as invested. It's just a recipe for disaster, but they're making money, so they're not going to change.
Keep up with
Too much.
But how did y'all like Raquel versus Rhea?
I like that badass
like that
match.
one?
I did too.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I think Raquel is something.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
come a long way in just the few weeks that she's been on TV, and she's a presence for sure. They need those. So hopefully they build her up pretty quick. But I like the women's scene in NXT. I mean Io on top, dynamite.
Io fucking Shirai, bro, and Candice LeRae showed out too, man.
Yo,
Jeez Louise,
Candice
bro.
LeRae. That match.
She's a beast.
At Halloween Havoc. Io Shirai, Candice LeRae.
just
Oh
body.
man, so I'm gonna smoke up for that one right now.
Let's
bro.
take a hit for that
I'm
one.
smoking up for that one right now.
Good
Jeez
call.
Louise.
Good call.
Holy shit.
Join us, all you out there.
Smoke it up
to
with
that
us.
one. Yo, Candice.
So good, man.
Look, like that's the Candice I always been waiting for. Like this,
Bro, she went through the table at the end, and then the ladder. Whew,
Candice
you want to talk
LeRae.
about someone that sells? I don't know that is Sasha good, but she knows how to sell.
She goes to
bro.
the Sasha Banks school of bumps.
Yes, bro.
She's a prodigy of that school. She's the top student.
She's broken in high off.
My God, what a
badass.
what a great match that was.
like this, I can't even go through like beat by beat. You just gotta go see it.
Yeah.
You gotta go see that shit.
Gotta see
like
it.
That was
they
a
threw
highlight.
themselves off of the neck breaker through the double tables. The just my lord, I can't.
So good.
Yep, and with Raquel and Ember Moon and there's even people that they're not using that I think that have
Dakota.
good potential. Dakota Kai, Chelsea Green, I think is pretty dynamite.
Yeah.
I always look at championship reigns. I think there are like two kinds of championship reigns: championships that are meant to get the champion over, and championships that are meant to get everyone else over.
Yeah,
And Io is that one that gets everyone else over.
damn
Hey.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone gets to go have some crazy career match with Io as long as she's champion, and then once everyone's done that, then you take the belt off of her. Like
You're exactly
that
right.
shit.
It's
is-
working out really well, the women. And you got Shotzi waiting in the rings too. Don't forget about Tony fucking Storm.
Woo! The thickness has arrived. Let's go, Tony.
Yes, when you look at what Raw is missing, women-wise, it's time for a few. I mean, Tony Storm's ready. What the fuck? Like she could be right there on Raw or SmackDown. I mean, she's a star.
Hey man, I say don't rush it. Like have something good somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like have somewhere, like instead of an okay women's division everywhere, like you at least got one badass women's division.
Then at least send Rhea up. What else does Rhea Ripley have to do in NXT?
I don't know.
But
Have a decent
for why?
NXT reign?
I think this.
Put her on Raw.
I don't know, man.
What's she doing?
To take the belt off Asuka. Like I'm liking the belt. Well, I'm a huge Asuka fan, but I'm liking the belt on Asuka, man.
Asuka needs people to
Asuka
beat.
having
Though.
the belt never hurt nobody.
But she needs people to
That's
beat.
true, but it shouldn't be Rhea.
No, it shouldn't be Rhea. Asuka needs people to beat, but Rhea's not the person to one of those people to be fed to Asuka.
What are they doing with Ember Moon now? She's come back, but she's the same. There's no.
What are you talking about? She's got a new finisher.
I guess.
Which I am fully invested in because Ember Moon is one of my favorite female wrestlers, and I know her career was going to be that short with that finisher.
You can't do the Eclipse. Yeah.
No. Like, please, child. Like, that last one she did was maybe the best Eclipse I've ever seen.
Now you busted out for a pop, right?
She did like the Jeff Hardy Swanton pose and then Carter. That shit was awesome.
Please don't die.
She gonna transition right into a nice, smooth submission game.
See, I love Ember Moon too. I love her in-ring wrestling style. But I kind of think that they missed an opportunity to bring her back heel. Maybe
they should have, but maybe they will. Maybe it's like the thing they did with Io Shirai, where she was babyface for entirely too long, and then like right when you're like, this is boring, bang, she got you.
Let me be patient. On that. What else has happened in NXT? Is there anything really? I mean,
nah, man, that was it. We got no title picture, so that's the week.
I do want to shout out something I've been loving on NXT. Really, probably my favorite comedy bit, my favorite comedy thing going on in wrestling right now. Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. Are you in on this? Are we high on this?
I'm enjoying it. It's fun. Like, my wife loves it because they're just friends.
The Shockmaster bit and everything. I was cracking up on Halloween Havoc.
Yes,
I thought that was perfect.
The Yeti and the hug.
Drake was super funny too.
Yes, Drake is funny. Killian's funny. I think they're a really funny pair, and eventually he's probably something's gonna give, obviously, because Killian Dane's got a lot of potential, but he's seeing this side of him too. I'm like, this is great.
They're gonna reform Heavy Machinery.
Shut the...
Oh my gosh. Who Ricochet got the job to Tucker on Raw. So
he killed him.
That was excellent.
He killed Tucker.
We love that.
Anyway, so yeah, we got Kona Reeves, future champion, and then we can move on.
That. All right, we're having him on an interview for the next podcast, though.
He's the finest.
Come see Kona Reeves next time
Kona Reeves.
on 420 podcast.
So there is a different...
okay.
Go ahead, Ariom.
Can I talk about one thing, man?
Good.
Fucking the Hurt Business and their promo on this week's Raw was ridiculous. Like, no one should speak besides MVP.
Ever in life.
Cedric spoke, and I said, "Don't speak." He ruined himself. And then Shelton was so nervous he couldn't even. If you go back and look at it, he cannot even look at the hard cam once.
No, Shelton.
He's like looking at Cedric the entire time. I was like, damn, you ain't had a promo in years. I know you nervous.
He found out that hour he was talking.
Oh, Shelton.
They said, go out there and give me a tight 45 seconds. He was like, huh?
You want me to say things? Words?
Can I just eat a super kick real quick?
Don't you remember when they had Shelton doing those segments where he was just like, he would just stare at the camera and like stare off like he was thinking about something, but you never knew what it was. And it was like, I think it's just because they just don't know what to do with him and he can't talk. And they're like, this is just him on a treadmill, not really going anywhere. Just kind of like, because of course they never paid that off. We never knew what the fuck he was doing. Maybe he was thinking about the Hurt Business. I don't know.
He's dreamed it up. He's visualizing.
But
there you go.
MVP, man. He's the Golden Mike Award here.
Oh,
has to be.
Well, the weed clouds are overtaking us. Yes.
It happens sometimes.
You're sinking under.
You have to know when to stop.
High as fuck.
And that's part of the fun in the 420 wrestling.
Smoke in moderation.
Exactly.
Yeah, baby.
Smoke in moderation and adoration.
I like that. In adoration. I like that.
Smoke in adoration. I love it.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
In RVD, we trust.
Smoke him if you got him.
Smoke you later. Peace.
Peace out, my friends.